Hey everybody, he's Tony George. I'm Scott Spritzer. We are DocSports.com, and we're talking roundball. Pac-12 style on Thursday night. It's the clash between Oregon State and Washington. The Huskies, the home team. And I'll tell you what, as far as this game is concerned, listen, first of all, nice bounce back by Oregon State after losing to Arizona State at home. They came out, they played hard, and they knocked off a good Arizona team. I like the fact that, Tres Tinkle and 4 of his cohorts average over 9 points per game. I like the fact that they've got a couple of dishers. And by that, I mean 2 guys in Tinkle and in Thompson who can find and create open shots for their teammates. So they got all that going for them. But what I don't like about it is that they're catching Washington, I think, at the wrong time and in the wrong venue, obviously, playing in Seattle. Washington off back-to-back road losses in which their game was stuffed and stymied. Even worse than that, Tony, Isaiah Stewart, their big man, he's about 18, 19 points a game, about 9 boards per game. He was completely shut down in those 2 games. He combined to score 18 points in those 2 road games, but it's home sweet home tonight for Washington.
Well, that's one thing that concerns me about this game with Oregon State here. Well, 11th in the nation in offense at points per game here. Washington 181st, and they're coming off, I wrote this down so I wouldn't forget, 55 and 58 point performances at Cal and Stanford. As Scott mentioned, they're returning home here. It's all about the number as we tape this before the number is out. So we're going to kind of give you a guesstimate here, but I was really impressed. 82-65 winner against Arizona, Oregon State, and they're very well coached, by the way. You have a son,
Tinkle's dad.
you have a son and a father here involved with a coach and a player on the team here. But also, I was impressed that Oregon State was able to go on the road and beat a very good Colorado team here in their last road game here. So they're not going to be intimidated here in Seattle. It's all about the number here, Scott. But right now, I kind of got a little bit of a lean on Oregon State with that offense until Washington get it back in gear.
I'm gonna counter you for just a second, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
That great field goal shooting, the effective field goal percentage, which is a metric I use in college basketball for Oregon State, I guess you got to take it with a grain of salt because their non-conference schedule, it was ranked 335th in college basketball. Real easy schedule. Now, you can come back and counter that by saying, well, they did just beat Arizona. And the win Tony mentioned up in Boulder at Colorado is an impressive victory, no doubt about it. But for me, I think Washington's just catching them at the right time, at the right venue. And Isaiah Stewart's going to be a fired-up dude. And by the way, besides what he can do, out of the 2, I mentioned the 2 assist men for Oregon State and how they can create and open up shots for others. Washington's got the best disher on the floor in this one, averaging over 5 assists per game. I'm going to go with Washington, Tony. I don't know what you have here, but I'm going to back the Huskies minus the points on Thursday night.
If the points are over 5, I'll take Oregon State.
Be
if
right
they're
around there.
under 5, if I can get, you can get a cheap number 3, 3.5, 4 here, because I think you may see some Oregon State money come in based on what people have seen out of Washington in the last 2 games. The old classic overreaction, Scott. And if you can get a cheap number on them at 3, 3.5, but if they're 5 or higher, I'm going to be on Oregon State here. Steak and a beer between me and Mr.
Well, we already got
Spritzer.
Wade owing us. Hey, he beat me once, I beat him once. That means Wade owes dinner. And if he's watching these videos, guess what, Wade? We're going to Bob Taylor, so there you go.
Hey, get over to DocSports.com. Take advantage of a free $60. I had an undefeated weekend last weekend in college basketball, so we got a free $60 for you if you've never been a member. Click that link in the description below. We'll get you hooked up. I know Scott's on a nice run as well.
7-star play going this week. Last week's 7-star play. I hate to do that to you. We had the game won with like a minute to go in the first half. That Kansas City game over the total. We had over 51 7-star play. They hit 52. The only problem with winning your big play in the first half is that you got nothing to cheer for in the second half. It gets kind of boring, but we kind of like them that way anyway. We'll take easy winners anytime we can get them, Tony. He's Tony George. I'm Scott Spritzer. We are DocSports.com.